I want to finish actually what we left off a little bit yesterday. If there is Mazal Israel or not. The conclusion of the Gemara is there is no Mazal Am Israel. Why not? Because we are above the Mazal. And I brought you the story of Rabbi Akiva and his daughter to tell you, and the Gemara bring it as a proof that Rabbi Akiva said after this case, Utzdaka tatzil mimavet. That tzedakah will save you from death. Meaning the Mazal showed that his daughter has to die that night because the tzedakah that she did with that poor man that came to the wedding, she was able to jump above the Mazal, the tzedakah that she made. The mitzvah that she made saved her life. Now, the Gemara continue, and the Gemara says that one of the Amoraim, I think it was Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak, as soon as he was born, the experts that know how to read in the stars, they told his mother, your son is going to be a thief. He was born at the time that his character will be a thief. You think she gave up? Listen to this. All the mothers over here, please pay attention, and the fathers as well. So she went to Bet Midrash and she said, what's going to be with my child? He was born in not a good mazal. He's going to be a thief. In the yeshiva, they told her, cover his hair. When you cover his hair, he's going to get Shamayim and he will not steal. So she heard this and she covered his head, not stump, like the Baba Sali, a child. And Bemet, he was a good child. One time he sat under a tree and the cover fell off. Right away, it came back to him and he wanted to send his hand and to eat a fruit from a tree that does not belong to him. In the last moment, he covered himself back and he let it go. What the Gemara wants to say. We don't know in what is our mazal. We don't know. Every mitzvah that we do, even to buy a kippah to your child, don't take it lightly. The Ashkenazim call him a kippah yarmulke. Why? Yareh me'elokim. Yareh mul Hashem. Yeah. Yarmulka. Yarmulka. I have a fear in front of Hashem. If you want your child to be Yireh Shamayim, make sure not to buy him a kippah, look like a pancake, or you can play frisbee with that. Buy a kippah. The bigger it is, the more Yirat Shamayim it will have. Because who knows what can it be? A big one.
Kol Rav, I'm so sorry. I just missed one part about when the boy was under the tree.
The cover fell off his head. And he picked up his hand to take a fruit that does not belong to him. Meaning, his essence that has to be a thief right away came back to him.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it, good. Okay, so now after we went through this, we know that every mitzvah is very, very important because you never know which mitzvah will take you above the mazal. Now we're going to the names, which are the most important thing in our Jewish life. A name of a person. The name of a person is the vessel and is the pipe, actually. That through this, the child gets the light of Hashem. Through the pipe, through his name. And that's how he knows what is his mission in this world. They're sending him signals through the open pipe. This is what you have to do. When you make sins, you're clogging the pipes. So you're stopping the connection between you and Hashem. You clogged. Somebody have to come and open it up. How do we know that? Let's go to the numbers. Do you know how you say pipe in Hebrew?
Tzino?
Tzino. Good. Let's
Same
go.
gematria as shame, right?
Exactly. Very good. Tzaddik is 90.
Yep.
Nun is 50. Is 140. Reish is 200. 140 plus 200. In my school was 340. Shem. Shin is 300. Mem is 40. 340. The name of a person, this is the pipe that connected him to Hashem. And everything, right? It's written, וכל מעשיך בספר נכתבים. Everything that you do, Hashem write in a certain book. Okay? How much is sefer בגימטריה? sefer? No?
340.
340. Meaning? The connection between the name of a person and whatever you do go through this pipe and it goes to the book and everything is written in the book. All I have to do is 340. Now, then Shem Adam. מה זה Shem Adam? The name of a person, right? Shem Adam is 385. How much is Shechina? 385. Through the name, you bring the Shechina upon yourself, or you throwing the Shechina from you? What is the main letters in the word neshama? We spoke about it many times.
Shame.
Shem?
Ah.
Shin Mem?
Shin Mem. Shem. Milashon, Shamayim. Shamayim. Everything comes from the Shamayim. The neshama also coming from the Shamayim. And that's why we're calling the baby name on the 8th day, Bayom Shmone, which is 8 days. And when we're calling the name of the child, if you pay attention, by the Berit, they're giving the Kriyat Hashem to name the baby to the most important person in the Berit. Why? Because he's going to be the broker, a good one, between the name and the neshama of a person. Is going to be a very good broker. And in this 8th day, after the Berit, we have to call him his name, because then he is getting connected to the pipe that gets up and down all the time. When you finish Amidah, 18, don't we have the pasuk that start with the first letter of our name and end with the last letter of our name? What for?
Because when we go up there, we're going to forget our name. This is what I heard.
Yeah.
And this is the only way we're going to remember it.
They're going to ask him, what is your name? Meaning, according to your name, we know what was your job in this world. What was your mission in this world? What is your name? Meaning, what was your mission? Because you have to fulfill all the letters of your names, because this is the mission, and I'm going to get to it. Because in your neshama, it made out of the letters of your name. These are the most brighter part of your neshama. The neshama made from 22 letters of the alphabet. But your name, if it's Avraham for a second, so Aleph, Bet, Resh, Hey, Mem of it will be the most powerful one. And you have to make sure that this Avraham will fulfill what Avraham was sent to this world to do.
So, Kavod Rav, if somebody also, his name is Avraham, they have the same mission? Or how is it?
We'll talk about it soon. It's enough with all the crazy names. Natasha, Ludmila, Stasik, I don't know what. Boris, Mike, Schmike, George,
Rick. Rick.
Rick, Pick. Rick זה ריק, מסכן. Now, when you will learn Torah, the letters of your name will come out. And that's what's going to lead you to your mission in this world. The more Torah you will learn, the more you will understand why you came here for.
Harab, what if somebody has two names?
Huh?
What if someone has two names?
Good. Very good.
Along the mission?
So he has more letters to fill up. If he has two names, I know people that have even 3 names. Okay, so in the Torah, every name is there. You just have to know where to look. All your names are there.
What if it's a non-Jewish name?
So in the New Testimony, not in the Old Testament, non-Jewish name. Okay. So now depends in what parasha are you are, what parasha, what the when you found it, what is he talking about? Yeah, that's how you get a little bit what my mission in this world. It's amazing. I have a friend who can go all over the Torah and he'll find any name that you want. Even Trump, he found out. And you'll be surprised that the name of Trump is, when the Torah talks about redemption, the name of Trump is there. Meaning he came over here to do something. He has something to do with the redemption. What exactly we don't know, but we see the fights that he fights. And it's black and white. You can see. Unbelievable. I saw it. I flipped. The Gaon Mevilna, for example, he knew exactly where he is. He found his name in Sof Parashat Ki Tetzeh. In the book of Devarim, the Parashat Ki Tetzeh, over there it says, Even Shlema Vatzedek Yeh Lach. Even Shlema, he said, this is my name. Aleph is Eliyahu. So we left with Ben. Eliyahu ben Shlomo. Even Shlema, Eliyahu ben Shlomo. And that's what he called his book, Even Shlema. Interesting. He found it himself in the Torah. Now, but we're claiming that we have a free choice. If my name already decided my mission in this world, so where is my free choice? So listen carefully now. Every name that you have, it can go to the good side and it can go to the bad side, and let me show you how. In numbers, Begimatria, how much is Mashiach?
$358.
358, right? Very good answer. How much is Nachash?
The same.
358. Either you Mashiach or you can be the Nachash. The Yetzer Hara, the Satan. Same name, same number. Who knows what can come out of it? How much is Esav? Aleph Shin Vav, Ein Shin Vav.
376.
376. Esav is bad, right? What is gematria of Shalom?
376.
376. You can be Esav and you can be a peacemaker. מה זה שמע? It's like a desert. שממה. No life there. In numbers is 345. Moshe, how much is it?
345.
345. The same letters. Shama and Moshe. Moshe brought life to Am Israel, and from the other side you can be a desert. Do you know the name Meir?
Yeah.
Yes, light.
Meir is light, right?
Yes, Rav.
If I change the letters a little bit, the orders of the letters, what will come out of it? No, I'll give you one guess.
Arya.
Huh?
Darkness.
חושך.
Ramai. Ramai. מה זה
Liar.
רמאי? מאיר ורמאי is the same letters.
Liar, no?
Liar. מאיר, רמיר בעל הנס.
In the Bukharian, we have Meir Chai.
הלוואי. Meir can be Meir, will bright your eyes, it will light up your eyes, or it can be Ramai, will. Every name that you take can be either here, either there. The free choice is in your choice. Either you stay Meir, either you be a Ramai. Either you be Esav or you be Shalom. It's in your hands. That's a free choice. That's why they call Moshe Rabbeinu Moshe, because this is the main source of the Otiyot Neshama. Take the Nun out. What you left with? Shin Mem Hei, right? Moshe. Moshe without the Nun. Soon I'll tell you where the Nun is coming to play. Moshe, he capitalized on all the abilities that he had, all the talent, and he became one piece of, even the Neshama didn't want to go out. Hashem has to come and pull the Neshama by force. The Neshama says, I feel very good over here. I don't want to go back to Hashem. The Neshama didn't go back to Hashem, where she belongs. Moshe became one piece. He made his body a piece of Neshama. Where he was, where Hashem took him and he hided him. Har Nevo. Har Nevo. How did it start with? With which letter?
The Nun, Rabbi.
The Nun. Then we know that Moshe, Hashem made him disappear. Nobody knows where he's buried until now. The same way that you're not able to see Neshama of a person, you're not able to see Moshe where he's buried, because he became one piece of Neshama. Let's go to Esther. Soon it's going to be Purim. Yeah? Esther? Let's go to Esther. If we'll divide it, it's Aleph, Seter. Aleph is Hashem, Echad. Seter, Hashem hide himself. All the Megillah, you don't see one name of Hashem. Not appearing. But Esther had a different name also. What was her name?
Hadassah.
One more name we're missing. Shoshanat Yaakov.
Shoshana?
Her name was Shoshana.
Oh, wow.
Why we sing Shoshanat Yaakov? Why don't we sing Hadassat Yaakov? Esther, her real name was Shoshana. This is not CNN. This is the real news. Esther, her name was Shoshana. Why Shoshana? Shoshana,
Persian name, Shoshana.
the meaning is shinui, change. She is able to change every situation.
Oh, wow.
And you can see that the numbers are exactly. How much is Esther? 661. How much is Shoshana? 661. To tell you, everything was hidden, but Shoshana came and she changed everything 180 degrees. Mordechai, in a small gematria, it's 13. Esther, in a small gematria, also 13. Mordechai and Esther were the same numbers. Together, 13 and 13, how much is it? 26. The name of Hashem.
Oh.
These two knew what they're doing.
Yud K Vav K.
They knew what they're doing.
So, Rabbi, where did Hadassah come from?
Ah,
Where did
Hadassah
Hadassah come
came-
from?
It was a spiritual holiday.
Like the Hadassim and Sukkot?
That's why Motzai Shabbat is a mitzvah to bring Hadassim. Why? The nose is the only organ that didn't do Avera when Chava ate from the tree.
Right.
That's why the neshama of a person comes through the nose and it goes out through the nose.
Wow.
Because that's the only pure place that left, the nose. The first Admor from Lubavitch, the first Admor, the altar ones. We says, okay, what shall I call my son? One says Reuven, one says no, Shimon. They don't know what they're playing with. What's the difference between Reuven and Shimon?
They have the same character, no?
No, totally different.
Isn't Shmuel,
We're talking
Shimon,
now
Shem Hashem?
in the root of the neshama.
Doesn't Shimon mean Rav Shem Hashem? No?
What is the?
Is it to see and to hear?
Yes, very good. Reuven is coming from seeing. Shimon is coming from the ear, lishmoa. Reuven is love and clinging to Hashem. Shimon is Irat Shamayim. Two different things. Now, every change in the child's name, bingo. And there is a book that's called Magid Mesharim. You know who wrote it? Rabbi Yosef Karo, that wrote the Shulchan Aruch. One of the most important people in Jewish life. Shulchan Aruch. He had a book called Magid Mesharim. He wrote a book, Our Angel Came Every Night to Learn with Him. Angel from Shamayim. Hashem sent an angel to learn with him every night. And he wrote down in the book what the angel used to tell him. A live witness we have, he wrote a book, what the angel from Shamayim came to teach him.
Like you teaching us every night.
I'm not an angel yet, Baruch Hashem.
What?
I'm exactly as you are, simple person, down to earth. I'm still waiting. Maybe Hashem will send me an angel, so then I'll tell you. Actually, I will not be able to tell you.
Rav, I'm sorry, what was the name of the book, Rav?
Magid Mesharim.
Magid Mesharim, thank you.
I have this book at home. When you read, you start to shake. Listen to what he writes about names. Very interesting. Now, this is the angel from Shamayim. He knows what's going on up there. He said, if you're calling your son Abraham, he goes to Chesed. He was born b'midat Chesed, like Abraham Avinu. He have a gene of Abraham Avinu. This child will love Chesed.
Well, Rav, if the person is given a name, right, and he doesn't use that full name, let's say he makes it short, does he get the full potential of his name that was given at the brit, or?
When he goes to Aliyah, or he goes to...
He uses his Jewish name, his full name.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay. Whoever call him Yosef, if you have a child, his name is Yosef. So he'll be very good when it comes to arayot. He'll be able to control himself. And he will be a person that will feed everybody else, like Yosef and Mitzrayim, the same thing. He had a gene that carry Yosef. So why calling your child Natasha? Why are you calling your son Boris?
Rabbi, Soviet Union, back then, they didn't know, like my father grew up in a religious home. His name was Yaakov. My mother's Leah and I'm Dina. That's my Hebrew name. So when I went to school, everybody was laughing that it sounds like it's from the Torah. But back then, like they gave regular names because it was expected to do that.
Okay.
They couldn't name us anything else.
Okay. Thank God I don't have it. Thank God. Baruch Hashem.
If let's say your child is not born, let's say on a Sunday, right? If let's say he's born on a Tuesday, let's say, is it best to call him Yosef to kind of counteract you said Tuesday they're cheaters, right? Like they would follow women? Yeah?
Very good. Very good.
Prize.
Rabbi.
You got it. You got
Abraham
it.
was born on a Sunday. On a Tuesday, I'm sorry. Abraham was born on a Tuesday. We got to keep an eye on him.
he'll be very good in chesed, or I'm afraid he wants to do chesed with all the girls in town. That's what I'm afraid of.
Oy vey.
Me too, Rabbi. I'm also afraid of that.
Okay.
I have my eyes on him.
I'm a Tuesday baby.
Who is a Tuesday baby?
Ephraim. Exactly, Ephraim.
When we get to Ephraim, we'll see what his name is content inside. Interesting.
Rabbi,
Rabbi.
are we gonna say about Aryeh also?
Ah,
Are we gonna have a name for Aryeh also? Are we gonna talk about Aryeh?
of course.
We'll go
Every name I have.
Rob, can you explain what Rena said?
Soon enough. Sablanut.
Thank you.
First of all, I have to explain you what a name means. Now, what happens if you're calling a name that you don't know? It's Adam Rasha. In the Torah, it was Adam Rasha. Example. He was a child that until 4 years old, he couldn't speak. Every doctor, ear doctor, this doctor said, his ears are fine. Why doesn't he talk? They went to Rav Chaim Kanievsky. Rav Chaim, the first question that he asked, what is the child name? They said the child name is Matan. Matan Bemem. He said, huh? No good. Change the name. Why? He says Matan was Navi Sheker. He was a false prophet. He said change his name to Natan, Benun. And they called him on the spot. He said, V'yikareh Shemo B'Yisrael, Natan. They just mentioned this name, the child started to speak in the office. They changed his name from Matan to Natan, and so.
Wow.
People don't know. With names, you don't play no games. When it comes to a name, I get very irritated, extremely irritated, because people don't know what they're doing. I gave once shiur to Israelis. The shiur was in Hollywood. It was a lady there, she was expecting. She gave birth to a baby, a girl, yes. And she told me, Rabbi Haimoff, you have to wish me Mazal Tov. I said, Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov, no, ma? A girl, oh, Yofi, B'shah Tova. What did you call her? You know, the Israeli says all kind of crazy ideas.
Vital.
No, I call her Brit.
Oy vey.
Ma? I said, what do you say? Brit. What does it mean?
Brittany.
Now, okay. She
Brit
didn't-
Miller.
I told her change her name. She said, מה פתאום, מה אתה? Change her name. That's not good. No. Okay. 3 months passed. She waiting for me outside. I come to give a class. She's waiting outside. I said, what happened? He said, I'm in trouble. I said, what happened? My daughter is not growing up. Not. Something is wrong with her. I told her, change her name. Everything will be fine. Don't go to the doctors. Change her name now. What should I call her? I said, find a name. She said, I have to talk to my husband. Talk to your husband. Finally, she changed her name to a Jewish name. I told her, call her Leah, Rivka. Names that we have a record. She changed her name. I saw her after a month or two on the street, in Main Street. She's screaming, Haimoff. It's her. What happened? I said, don't ask. A miracle. My baby started to grow, started this. I said, of course. Who calling her daughter Brit? Are you normal? Now she connected. She connected to the computer in the Shammai. When you call her a name, the computer says wrong password.
Maybe she wanted baby boy.
Wrong password. Huh?
Maybe she wanted baby boy after this girl.
No, it's Brit Betet. Not Betaf. Tet.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
excuse me. This is Ruth Foreman. But I was my given name. I come from Chile, and my given name is Janine Claudia. It's a French name, and I came to Crown Heights through the Lubavitchers. They helped me come, and so soon enough, I asked the Lubavitcher Rebbe, a friend of mine, I wanted a Jewish name from the Torah. So I didn't have a Jewish name. So I wrote to the Lubavitcher Rebbe. I asked him, is Ruth my name, or which is my name? So then I went to the secretary, and he said that the Rebbe underlined Ruth. So for legal things, I'm Janine.
Okay.
And but I want, when I did my citizenship, I wanted to change it. So hearing you, so then I shouldn't call myself Janine Claudia at all.
Your name is Ruth. Your name is Ruth. That's it. As long
also, I don't like. I was in Israel once. I'm a Balei Tshuva. I don't like Ruth like American and English. I like Ruth or Ruthie.
Ruthie Beseder. Ruthie Beseder. I'll buy Ruthie.
Thank you.
Okay. But
Okay.
it's a very nice
Will
name.
do.
It's a very good name.
Yeah, will do.
It's a powerful name.
Yes, Ruth Amobiah.
Baruch Hashem.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now, I had once a conversation with a lady that was just about to get married, and she telling me my grandfather coming in my dream every night. He says, change your name. Change your name. She said, what should I call my name? He said, call yourself Leah. She had a weird name. And the grandfather came every night in the dream, and telling her, change your name to Leah before you get married. Change your name. I told her to change your name. She said, why? It's only a dream. I said, change your name. Why? Probably your grandfather knows that in the Shamayim, you have a decree not to have kids. He wants to call you Leah. Leah was the first lady in the Torah that gave birth with no problems at all. Chick-chack, she brought. So I made her change her name to Leah. Everything went well, Baruch Hashem.
Rabbi
One second.
Haimoff.
Let me finish what I have to say, and then you're going to ask me any question
I
you want.
apologize.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry. Now, why the Goyim wants to change our names? Why?
Is it to assimilate to be like them, Rav?
Because they know how much koach we have in the names. Paro was the first one to start with this. Yosef, he called them tzafnat pa'aneach. Something in, he didn't want to call him Yosef. Because the Goyim, they're saying, we first, there is an adjective and there is a noun, right? What is adjective?
Describes the noun.
Right?
Description.
In Hebrew, we say first then the noun, then the adjective. We say, for example, Isha Yafa. First of all, she is Isha. That's what she is. Then to describe her, she's pretty. In English, it's the opposite, exactly. A pretty lady. First you're pretty, then you're lady.
Right. Exactly.
Okay? They want to take us from the roots. He said, don't call something that is for describing who you are. What is your shoresh? What is your root? We want to call you Jennifer, Pennifer, Janine, all kinds of names. Just don't call the real names. Example. Adam HaRishon. The first job that Hashem gave him was what?
Animals.
Name the animals.
Only the animals?
Work the
No,
land.
no, name everything. Name everything.
Everything. Why him? Because he knew the essence of every item in this world. Why did he call a dog a kelev? Kelev is kulo lev.
Loyal.
Dog's best friend.
Is all heart. Why did he call a cat a chatul? Because the cat is tzanua. They modest. In Hebrew, you call a diaper chitul, a diaper. Why? Because it covers what it's supposed to cover.
But Rav, once you
Nachash.
said it,
Why nachash? A snake. Why you call it nachash? Do you know that the poison of the snake is 80% copper? And copper is nechoshet. So he called them nachash because the essence is poison and the poison is copper, nachash and nechoshet. He knew what the essence of every item was. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, escort. Yehuda, admitting, thanking. Issachar, there is a reward if you learn Torah. Right? Zebulun, מה זה זבולון? He will make all the effort to build בית המקדש.
God.
Naphtali? Naphtali comes because he is Naphtali. You know what Naphtali means?
Get.
You stubborn. Naphtali. Asher, Be'oshri, I'm happy. Okay.
Rabbi, can you repeat Naphtali, what the root word is? I'm sorry.
מה זה מה?
Naphtali, the root word you said, Rav?
עקשנות, meaning this stubbornness.
Thank you.
Is Elazar good name, כבוד הרב?
Of course. Elazar
Excuse me,
HaKohen.
Rob. Excuse
What?
me, Rob. Oh.
So, tonight you're going to have patience. Because I have to all the Shvatim, all the tribes, the names are so important. Yosef, Binyamin. מה זה בנימין? My son that give me koach, Ben Yemin, my right hand is Binyamin. What was the name of the goy, the most common name that we remember in the Torah, a goyish name?
Alexander.
Paro.
Paro. What is the meaning of Paro? Pei Resh Ayin.
Like peh, speak.
Parua.
Expose.
Expose. Very good.
How'd you know that?
When the Moel cuts and then he make priya, he is exposing the organ. He cuts.
My husband wants to know how I knew that. I knew that from 15 years ago from your shore.
You remember all my classes, I see.
Everything you said.
Very good. Also, Oref. Oref, meaning it's otiyot pei resh ayin. Oref. Afar. What is afar? No. Afar.
Sand.
Sand. Also ayin pei resh. Who was Ruth, sister?
Orpa.
Orpa.
Which letters? Which letters?
Ayin Perish.
Paro. Exactly. Arafat.
Oh my God.
Yasser Arafat.
Wow.
Ayin Resh Pei.
Terrorist.
You see how names are important? Everything that I'll tell you, your mind will blow up. And what I'm telling you now, it's got a little bit that I can say. I don't want to drive you crazy, then you're not going to be able to sleep. So what time is it now? Oh, our time is up.
It's time to say. It's time to say Amen.
Rabbi.
Okay, I'll give you one
Rabbi.
name. 1 second. Yeah.
Rabbi, the only thing they don't change in Egypt, in Misraim, their names.
And their clothes.
Yes.
But
When are you going to touch the girls'
Very
side?
good.
When are you gonna touch the girls' names?
Yeah, good question.
Okay. So not to do any discrimination, we'll start with girls' name.
Thank you, Hashem.
So at least you're not gonna charge me that I'm
Rabbi Haimoff, who was Michal in the Torah?
she was the daughter of Shaul, the wife of David HaMelech.
Oh, wow. Okay, thank you.
Rav, is there a book you recommend for names?
What?
Is there like a book you recommend for names that we could learn about?
But you have to learn. We have to learn very good Hebrew.
Oh, it's only in Hebrew?
It's only in Hebrew.
So what does my name mean?
So what's the name of the book, Rabbi? In Hebrew.
Wait, Sablanut. Sablanut. Let's take one or two names and we're gonna call it a
Now,
night.
can you give the name of the book in Hebrew, please?
The name of the book is called Kuntres Soda Shemot.
Rabbi, there is any male name by name Yonon?
Enon.
Enon?
Enon. It's the name
What?
of the Mashiach.
Enon? How you spell it? With the E? You,
Yud. Yud, Nun, Vav, Nun, Sofit.
Very good. Enon.
Enon. not
Rabbi,
Yon.
what would be a contrast name, two names here? For example, Idan Yosef, right? We have Yosef in the Torah, and then we have Idan. So what would that mean?
Stay with Yosef.
And not call him Idan?
What is Idan?
Idan is first name, middle name Yosef. Idan Yosef. Well, not middle name,
What's
it's
the
two
meaning
names.
of Idan?
Gentle, Rabbi.
Idan, Adin.
Lo?
No?
Idan, it's not a din. Idan, it's Zman, time. Zman, time.
Idan ve'idanim.
Zman, time.
Time.
Rabbi, what about if somebody had a middle name and they took away the middle name and now it was like Brian Daniel and they get rid of the Brian? I heard that you cannot change a name, you have to add to it.
The English name is Bichlal, not a name. You can take it off with no problem. I'll sign for it.
I signed for it too.
Okay. Jewish name, you don't change. Jewish name, you add a name.
Okay, if the middle name was Daniel and you put that as a Jewish and a Hebrew name, but you take
that's
away
okay.
the English name, is not a problem?
It's a benefit.
Rav, how about when
Thank
people name two names but only use one?
You have to use them both. When you give two names, you have to know you have to call them both. Okay, let's go to
Rabbi.
a name that
Even,
everybody likes.
even in Syria, we don't change our name.
Hello, Sablanut. Everybody,
Rabbi.
Sablanut. Let me take one example and tomorrow we'll continue.
Rabbi, you have to take overtime.
Okay. A very, very popular name now is Abigail. If you go to school and you scream Abigail, maybe 50 girls will answer back to you, which is a very good name. But by the way, Abigail was a tzadeket shebetzadikot, was the wife of David HaMelech. Abigail, this name has a character, and the character is simple, humble, very quick to catch, and mind is very, very fast, shy, very thoughtful, not a propaganda, she thinks, but she likes to spend a lot of money. She loves to help other people, and she has a good midot, and she is very much, as it says, menumeset, she have manners. Abigail. This is the character of the name. Now you add the day, and you add the star, and you add the name, mix it in one pot, and who knows what kind of mixture will come out of it. So now you know the name is not something to play games with. Like Rina said. Rina said very well. Tuesday, it's a day that a child will have ability to make a lot of money, but also his eyes will be in the wrong places.
Not now, go.
So she advised everybody to call the child Yosef.
Wow.
Yosef was what? He fought against what he was able to stand the test. And with the money that he will earn, he will be able to feed everybody else. It was very well said on the money. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Morning, of course.
Thank you, Rabbi.
And
Thank you,
then
Rabbi.
tomorrow
Rabbi, I have a
night,
question.
prepare me
Nobody
a
wants to say
list
goodnight.
of a name.
Rabbi.
1 second. We
Thank
start
you so
from
much.
Aleph. We start from Aleph and we go to Bet.
Right.
Aleph, ladies, Aleph, men. Bet
Right.
ladies, Bet men. And this is why we go through the whole alphabet. Bet.
Wow.
And
Second name, does it cancel out? Like my first name, the first name was Dina. So the rabbi told me it was too heavy. So he gave me a name Abigail. Now, does it cancel out the heavy name?
it will mellow it down.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Rabbi, what if someone doesn't have a Jewish name?
No. Like you asking me what to do if somebody is not able to breathe.
Look at oxygen. Right.
No.
Check for corona.
Okay,
New name.
guys. Have a
Good
good
night,
night.
Rabbi.
Good night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the
See you in the
help.
morning,
Good
Rabbi.
night.
Bye, thank you.
Talk
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
So,
Thank you for
thank
coming.
you. Good night,
Thank you, Rabbi.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Good
so
night,
much.
good night.
Thank you, Rabbi. Rabbi, question. If you have two names, two Jewish names, can you just say one, or you have to say both?
Both.